Mr. Crypto.
I'm not financial advisor and I will never be.
And you see then the guy is like disappeared after 6 months.
Tell me how this name, I mean, obviously this influencer name has started. How did it start?
I starting to investigate crypto mining. Why? Because I was a tech guy. I like gadgets.
But I failed here. I mean, it's not that I'm gonna stop, but it's important to admit.
What advice would you give to up-and-comers?
Don't be greedy. So that's the biggest advice.
Hello and welcome to Bet Talks. My name's Rick God and I am joined by another guest. He is an entrepreneur, investor. He has scaled over 20 companies from 1 million to up to 100 million US dollars. He is the founder of Enlightened Minds Investments. Let's welcome to Bet Talks, Timur Kudratov. Welcome to Bet Talks.
Nice. Thanks for having me. And,
sure, nice to have you here.
And I like when you go like 20 companies, 100 this. And what about failures? You know how many companies I closed?
Okay. So failing to win was the...
Yeah, of course, 100%. I mean, it's always fail to win. But as I said at the beginning, I think I can talk about what you should do to lose money.
Before you make it.
Before you make it, yes.
That's
100%.
a good strategy. Not many people admit their losses before the wins. So,
and that's another problem. I mean, so many entrepreneurs and investors I met over the period of time here in Dubai. Since I'm here since 2004.
So you're technically an OG, yeah?
Yep. And normally people would not open up. And they would always, if you ask them, how you doing? And they would say, oh, I'm doing great. And, you know, I'm this, that. Yeah. Always new ventures. And then you see then the guy is like disappeared after 6 months. Maybe business is closed or something. Yeah, yeah. Maybe if he had a way just to come and approach someone and said, look, I'm not doing good. And I met recently a friend of mine. He's now in Vietnam. He approached me because he said, look, I saw what you do online. I'm not doing good. I'm telling you, I failed. I'm not doing good. I have a newborn. I'm here with my wife, and like literally, I don't know what to do because I don't know how to pay my apartment tomorrow. Wow. So, and we start exploring things, what he can do possibly in Vietnam. So it is important if you actually open up and say that, look, I failed here. I mean, it's not that I'm gonna stop, but it's important to admit, at least to yourself.
Well, here at Bet Talks, we cover everything from gaming/gambling, soon to be open in the UAE, crypto, and everything emerging tech, especially within the UAE. Nice. Okay. Now you've been here since 2004. Yes. You've seen some changes, yeah.
A lot. I mean, it changed a lot, and I'm not a tech guy. I'm maybe a product guy. I like technology. I believe that there shouldn't be any business. Maybe in the next 5-10 years, who would not adopt technology. I think businesses who would say blindly that, no, technology is not for us. We like, you saw so many business people and business owners, they say, no, I like old style. Yeah, that's great. But the world is changing and you can't just say, it's the same thing with blockchain, right? People used to say, no, that's the scam. No, I don't believe. Yeah. I believe in traditional business. Same like me. I'm into traditional business. But back in 2017, when I saw that Dubai, UAE, a place where I do my business is developing, so many crypto conferences are coming. People are just trying to build blockchain center. People building UAE or Dubai in particular as the blockchain hub. So you can't deny and you say, no, I don't like it, or I'm not going to get involved in this. I'm traditional guy. You should adapt,
sure,
right?
100%.
So if you do events, so try to do conferences for crypto entrepreneurs. And that's how we started.
Let's look at the sort of the crypto blockchain sphere, okay? Yeah. A lot of these tokens don't even actually have a framework around them. There's no tradition. There's no actual structure. There's no corporation. There's no actual C-level team. There's no framework around it. I mean, many of them do have. Yeah. Now, what's your opinion? What's your perspective on, let's say, for instance, meme coins? I mean, these are not an actual legitimate framework of a company.
True. But that's how I think that's how it changed. So I remember when we started back in 2017. So that's how we got involved. I saw online a promo of an event. It's called, I think, used to be called Futurama. It's like crazy ticket price, like $10,000. I was like, for an event in Dubai,
Wow.
price is like $15,000-$20. What sort of event is that?
Yeah.
So I start Googling and checking, okay, what is blockchain? Like, what is crypto events? And decided to do one on my own. We had a big venue. We used to manage a business center. So I created something with designers team, a crypto investor dinner. And see how it goes. So my network just, how much does it cost to pitch? Like, I don't know, $5,000 for a pitch? Yeah, I'm in.
I'm in.
Yeah, send me your wallet. I was like, what?
This is easy. And this is in 2017.
It's 2017.
So this is just before the ICO crash.
Oh, yes, exactly.
I remember this.
We invested in 19 different ICOs.
Wow. How many pull through? Zero.
Zero.
Oh, wow.
It was everything from gold backed up, diamond backed up, an island backed up ICOs. Like a guy, he said, I have an island. He still, I don't know. I mean, he used to own an island on the world island. Used to own, he and his brother used to own an island called England.
England, okay.
They are from Pakistan, but
they own England. Okay, my own country. Exactly. So they own England, because obviously a lot of these world islands, none of them are developed on. I think France is developed on.
Lebanon is
Sweden
developed.
is.
Yeah.
So they owned actual England.
Yeah, so they own England. I used to own that time. So he wanted to build a ICO backed by land.
So he wanted to tokenize the actual.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, that's where we were. No one had any due diligence skills, right? So you just somebody recommends, you feel that okay, you start because you always want to go from an entrepreneur to a different level. So you want to go to a level of investor. So you invest. That's why we invested in 19 different.
And not one pulled through.
Not one. So talking about meme coins, what I think is happening. So people tired of waiting, of like going deep into technology to try to understand if the team, because sometimes you see the team, the founder, they have just implemented or deployed, executed one project, and you think that they're going to do the same with another project. That's why you fall for it, and then you go and invest in their token. Never happens. And then we all remember that the market crashed again. So now meme coins, if they just have something interesting, marketing, community, people invest.
Of course.
So they don't want to go and understand.
But with no actual usability.
Yeah, with nothing. And it's scary in one point, but people do make money out of it. And I think people who makes money out of it, they just don't want to understand if there is any technology behind. The TAP, those Bloom and Notcoin and stuff like that, it has something. It's nicely structured. Maybe there is a marketing behind it. Then people would fall for it.
Yeah. I know you're new to the UAE.
Exactly.
2-3 months now?
3 months already a resident, yeah.
Fantastic.
Proud resident.
Proud resident. Fantastic. How are you finding it so far? Are you getting settled in?
I'm still feeling like a tourist. There are so many things which are like coming from all the sides to me. So I'm still like buzzing, constantly sending back in Europe information. What's different, better here.
Yeah.
The sentence, oh my God, we are stuck 100 years behind. Come to Dubai.
Absolutely.
Definitely it's like that.
Absolutely.
So I'm still in a buzz phase.
So, Mr. Crypto, tell me how this name, obviously this influencer name has started. How did it start? And sort of, what's the vision of it?
Actually, I lived in few countries on my road to Dubai. One of the last ones were Czech Republic.
Okay.
I was corporate guy, management guy, 30 people, which I was in charge of. Nice salary, nice conditions, German company, so everything amazing. But for me, it was not enough. It was boring. So I was always into the crypto. The potential of it, to be honest, the big stories, like how people got rich and etc. It was for me very, very motivational.
Yeah.
So I started to investigate crypto mining. Why? Because I was a tech guy. I like gadgets. I like mobile phones and stuff. So I was like, wow, this is 2-in-1: crypto plus gadgets. Okay. So I bought my first graphic card. I started to play around. Then suddenly I started to play much more around crypto than I was doing focus on my growth in the corporate. And everybody started to make jokes of me. Here's Mr. Crypto. Oh, Mr. Crypto. Oh, Bitcoin. Bitcoin fall. I told you so. Bubble blown. So constantly guys were making fun. All around were making, like sarcastic jokes about crypto. And then what happened? My business started to grow insanely.
From the mining, yes?
From the mining, exactly, from the mining. And it grew so much that already people noticed material things. The car, So suddenly, I was like, from Mr. Crypto, now the sides changed. Now I was Mr. Crypto, and I was proud for it.
What year did you start mining crypto? Because obviously, I'm guessing you were mining BTC, yes?
No. I
Okay.
jumped when already BTC was not profitable for small miners, and I started very small in my apartment. So I was mining first Ethereum. Ethereum was the first project which I've done, and it was 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
What price was Ethereum then?
To be honest, I don't even remember.
Okay.
I don't even remember. I was so much focused. I know that one graphic card at that point was giving $20 per night.
Okay.
While I was sleeping. For me, that was a game changer.
Yeah.
I sleep, and money is on my account.
Fantastic. And obviously you're still mining now has become a lot difficult than what it was back 5 years ago. Are you still mining crypto at the moment?
Yes, but that's theoretically what I'm doing full time.
Full time.
Yeah, I'm full-time miner, and I'm taking care of the customers also mining farms. I do nothing else except that.
Fantastic. So obviously you have a legal background. How have you found yourself sort of transitioning from a legal corporate entity or industry into this crypto unregulated market?
Unregulated, I would not say so, but
you would say crypto is regulated?
By my opinion, too much.
Okay.
Yeah. The pressure is big. For example, in Czech Republic, I was not able to get a bank account in any of the banks just because my company name is Mr. Crypto. They were turning me instantly. I sit down, I gave them my company name, and they were literally telling me, sorry, we don't need even to try. So it is, by my opinion, too regulated. But how I switched? I was studying law, coming from a law family, father, brother, aunt, everybody's lawyers.
Okay.
But for me, that world was small and boring. Very small and very boring. And I did not see myself doing 8 to 5, earning some decent money.
So you're a qualified lawyer?
No, I did not have the final exam, so I can become a lawyer, but I finished law school.
You finished law school.
But you need to have in our country a final exam to get the lawyer license, let's say.
Okay,
But,
and that is Croatia?
No, it's much more complicated, but the back in country where I'm born, I was born in Croatia. War started, we had to move to Serbia, and I was studying in Serbia because my parents were half, and it was not good to be Serbian in Croatia back then, so my father with all of us moved to Serbia. So Serbia is where if nobody knows what is Serbia, I just say Novak Djokovic, so Novak Djokovic is from that country.
I've been to Belgrade. I've been to Belgrade.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
in Serbia, and I told you, for me it was very limited, very boring.
Yeah.
I was watching how my father's life is, my brother's life is. They live quite fine, but boring and limited. Boring and limited. And crypto is exactly opposite.
Absolutely.
Never boring,
Never
and
boring.
no limits.
Yeah, no limits.
No limits.
Very fast moving and
exactly.
Very unstable. Unstable, I think the word.
Short term
unstable. I like that one.
For me, long term is very stable already. Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, obviously, the crypto space, the crypto market has changed so versatile. It's been so versatile over the years. I mean, I've been in the space since 2017. Sort of looking back at the ICO market, then sort of NFTs, and so now you've got sort of these meme tokens. So there's been a lot of changes. How do you see the progression of crypto, especially in Dubai, within the next 10 years?
I think that adoption will be crazy. Even now, when I was speaking that I'm doing crypto, everybody was instantly putting you into some scammers group, and now they are putting you in a group like, oh, this guy is like in front of us.
Yeah.
So even now that opinion changed, and I think that the biggest change will be that I think the market will slow down.
Yeah.
Why? Because already we have institutions, bigger investors. It's not so easy to manipulate with the market anymore, even though it's happening. But it's not so easy to manipulate it. And I think that market will slow down, but the adoption will be everybody will use crypto, and I'm certain of it. I'm certain of it. Even now, moving to Dubai, for me, I realized how crypto is important because my business is obviously still in Europe. 99.9% my business is in Europe. I started to invoice to Emirates, and instantly I saw the benefit of crypto.
Yeah.
Invoice the bank, wait 3 days, send crypto, you get it instantly.
Of course. Well, obviously, I mean, Dubai obviously is very crypto friendly.
Yes.
You can purchase, obviously, cars, you can purchase houses, property within the UAE. So it is very crypto friendly, but crypto is still very frowned upon within Europe, as you know yourself. How do you see that changing regarding time frame?
I think that regulations are good thing for crypto. Why? Because when you regulate something means that you accept it, that you think it's something which is existing and it's coming to stay. So I think that overall like the change is positive. You know what I mean? But if there will be something. Scammers, there will be more scammers.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah,
scammers are everywhere. Where is money, there is scammers. The more adoption is, more money will be there.
Absolutely.
So so if we do it cleverly, and if we will have regulations which will not kill the entrepreneurs, but will motivate them and allow them to be bigger and more reliable, I think that will be great. But if we let that unregulated market will become stronger than the regulated market, then we are in a problem.
Yeah.
Obviously, there is issue of non-KYC, KYC, non-KYC. Unfortunately, if we want Bitcoin to be what everybody wants it, to be like a number one payment system and everything, we have to regulate it because, it was used also for bad things.
Yeah. So with your legal background, I mean, now you've sort of merged into the sort of this digital creator. I've seen some of your content. What are you actually marketing? Are you marketing new tokens that are coming on the market? I mean, obviously, or is it just purely the mining?
Neither the one.
Okay.
I'm marketing theoretically hustle. I want to motivate people to get out of the freaking comfort zone and do something. So that's my path was through mining.
Yeah.
Whatever your path is, do it. But my main goal is just like to prove me from Balkans had nothing. I made a big story. Oh yeah, cliche. Okay,
yeah.
But it's true and it happens. But it didn't happen alone. It happened. My path was Croatia, Serbia, Greece, Czech Republic, and now it's going on.
Yeah.
It's not coming alone. So my main mission is like just to put young and old people to get out of the comfort zone.
Brilliant. I like that. So motivating, obviously, and also educating as
Exactly. But educating based on my experiences. I'm not everybody's financial advisor. I'm not financial advisor, and I will never be. My goal is like, this is my way. I do it like this. It's very risky, extremely risky. If you do not have, I don't want to say a bad word, or if you are not brave enough, don't do it because it is hard. There are sleepless nights, but why are sleepless nights? You invest more than you have.
Absolutely.
So my idea is go out of comfort zone. My product is good. Don't invest all in. Same like with sports gambling. Gambling is amazing for fun. You can even get, if you are patient, you can even earn from it. But when you come to the moment when you are investing and gambling what you do not have, then it's already hazard. It's bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's difference between investing what you can lose and investing all because you want to change your life on a gambling way. You know?
Here at Bet Talks, we cover everything from gaming / gambling, crypto, AI, blockchain, metaverse, everything emerging tech within the UAE. Now, obviously, I know you're heavily in crypto, blockchain. I mean, Crypto Rover, I mean, how did it all start? I mean, tell me.
It's a very interesting story. So let me start at the beginning.
Okay.
So once I was younger, I was always attached to like making money. I always wanted to make money. So it started young. Once I was 13 years old, I didn't. 13 years old.
Wow.
I didn't got anything from my parents. So I started like delivering papers. Then I found a new method on flipping shoes. So I was starting to flip shoes. I was buying Yeezys. I bought like 20, 30 of them. And in the beginning, you can sell them for like a 3x. So I started to make good money from that. And then I was always working. Like I went to school, always working like 20 to 30 hours a week.
Wow.
Not really a social life. And then I met a friend working at McDonald's while I was like cleaning everything, like doing the garbage. He told me about Bitcoin. Bitcoin at that time was like $1,400, $1,300.
What year was that?
It was 2015.
Wow.
And I was 14, almost 15 years old. And he told me about it. So I did some research. There was a website where you could buy crypto in the Netherlands without any KYC. So you can just buy it without any KYC because that was the thing at the time. You can just buy it. So I asked my dad, I asked him, can I invest in crypto? And he always lost money on the stock market once he was younger. So he told me, okay, you know what? You can invest 200 euros. And if you lose it, it's better that you know it right now. So you're not going to waste any more money in the future. So you learn you shouldn't gamble with your money. And that lesson actually came quite a good lesson because I invested in Redcoin, and Redcoin was the coin John McAfee at that time also pumped. And I know it very well. It was around that Christmas period, around Christmas, January. Just a little bit after Christmas, he pumped it and it went like 50, 60x from of my investment.
I met John McAfee.
Yeah, really?
God bless him before he obviously passed away. I met him in Malta, he came to the Malta Blockchain Summit, now called the AIBC.
I mean, at that time I was 15 years old.
Yes, so he wouldn't have been able to even fly. But
exactly. I bought Bitcoin. Bitcoin went like down like 75% again, went from like 35K back to 3K. But I really found out with crypto you can make loads and loads of money. So basically that is where my addiction started. I started to do a lot of research, like what is Bitcoin? Because the first time I bought it, I didn't really actually know what it was. So I started to learn about it, especially also about altcoins and the entire market, about why Bitcoin is so much better than having actual dollars in the bank. And I started convincing myself like the dollar or euro, fiat currency is shit. You need Bitcoin. And I got so attached in that. I watched so much YouTube videos and I learned everything about it that at some point, Corona came, of course. And at that point I thought, wait, let me also start creating content. So I started making YouTube videos. I started streaming because no one was at that time really streaming. And in my first month of starting my YouTube channel, I got like 20,000 subscribers in my first month of starting my YouTube channel. And basically what I was doing is literally streaming for like 12 hours straight. For 30 days in a row, I did 12-hour streams. And at that point, my social media journey also started. So I started a YouTube channel, Twitter, and basically I just wanted to share alpha. I wanted to share my insights of the market. And because I learned my initial knowledge from other YouTubers, and I wanted to learn it to other people as well.
So you copy and pasted it into your own sort of format?
I watched so many people, and I also read some other like online stuff, and I thought, okay, wait, I can do it better. And let me show you my way. And that way it basically started. And now fast forward like 4 years later, it's like almost 900,000 followers on Twitter, which is insane. I couldn't have ever dreamt of it.
Congratulations,
And YouTube already more than 150,000 subscribers. And ever since I started, I've never missed a day on YouTube. Every single day I've uploaded a video, never missed a day.
Brilliant.
So it's just my passion. I love making videos. I love like talking about the market. Also, I can just talk for this podcast as well, like 4 hours straight about Bitcoin because it's in my heart. I love it.
Brilliant. Well, listen, congratulations what you've done. It's incredible what you've done at such a young age. You just spoke about when you was younger. I mean, how old are you now?
23.
You're 23 years old. I mean, you have over 1 million followers, subscribers over your platforms. You've done exceptionally well on crypto, and obviously, and the market's still very young and still a lot more to do. So what advice would you give to young 13, 14-year-olds now, as you looking back as you was, and that 10-year period that you've been around? What advice would you give to up-and-comers?
Okay, so first of all, I know I made some mistakes also in the last bull run. So it sounds very silly, but don't be greedy. I mean, everyone also told me this, but it sounds so silly to say again, but don't be greedy. So that's the biggest advice, because last bull run as well, I made pretty good money, but still managed to lose a lot of it due to the bear market and due to the fact that I was still too greedy.
Yeah.
So that's something I really learned for this cycle, that it will be less greedy.
Was that by trading or by holding?
By holding especially. But also by trading sometimes. That I was forecasting the trend maybe a little bit too late, but eventually I still managed to get it. But for my holding position, it was actually the worst. So that is really a thing. Don't be too greedy.
Yeah.
And then what I would really recommend everyone to do is just, YouTube is such a great platform, as well Twitter.
Sure.
Twitter is a very great platform if you have a nice algorithm. So make sure to follow the right people, because I've got a content guy who works with me. We create very crazy charts. Like the information in the charts is insane. You can literally see whenever the bull market starts and whenever it ends. Like there's so much good information on X, not only my page, but many other pages as well. So if you follow the right ones, you can really learn and forecast the right trends in the market. Also with altcoins, like there's like historical data that usually like 225 days approximately after the halving, altcoin season tend to start. Like right now we're 210 days in. It's about to happen any moment right now. And I don't believe history is exactly going to repeat, but I do believe it's going to rhyme. So really follow the right accounts. And if you have a great algorithm, you can just learn a lot from being on X. Like about 3-4 years ago, I was spending maybe 7 hours a day on X.
Wow.
Or on Twitter at that time. But
wow. Yeah. So your actual framework of your business that you've built, you are a crypto influencer, but you're a trader as well. So are you investing in many tokens right now?
I do a lot of investing, yeah, I do still. I actually also do a lot of market buying from projects I actually really believe in. And one of them is actually doing very well. It's called Athena. I don't know if you know it, Athena. You probably know Luna, right?
Luna, yes.
Yeah, it's basically Luna, but from this cycle. So I invested in it like, 3 months ago, but it's already up like 2x, and it's like a top 50 coin. But it's basically Luna, but then a little bit different. So they've got an algorithmic stable coin, and I think it's going to be doing the same. And just like Luna last cycle, out of nowhere, within 2 weeks, it exploded to like a top 10 altcoin. And it went like 40x in 2 weeks time, something like that.
Wow.
I think it could do something similar. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor or whatsoever, but I'm really betting on that one as well. And just investing mainly and trading, and then especially swing trading. I actually caught a trade on the exact bear market bottom, 15.8k. I opened the trade. I did close it on 38k, which was maybe quite sad, but I still managed to get like a very great profit. So I do like 3-4 trades a year. 4 months ago, I actually also did a trade with 300k profit. And the nice part about it is that many like people on YouTube, they just tell or show their trade whenever they've done the trade. But I literally on my YouTube channel, I want to be as transparent as possible. So if I take a loss on my trade, I show it as well. But literally, I have in the last 12 months, I maybe opened 6 trades. And all 6 of them have been profitable.
Crypto Rover, thank you. Check him out on all of his platforms, YouTube, X, Twitter. X is Twitter, but all of his platforms. Great podcast. Thank you for coming on the show. I think what you've done is fantastic, and I hope you continue growing for the future.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks for your
pleasure.
time. Cheers. Thank you very much. Cheers. Woo!